A homeless man changed my life. I used to work in the French Quarter of New Orleans, where homeless people were as much a part of the scenery as the jazz clubs and wrought iron balconies. I saw them every day, passed out on sidewalks, begging for change, muttering to themselves. I never spoke to them, never even looked them in the eye. To me, they were just there. One afternoon, I was heading to Popeyes for lunch, taking my usual route. At a certain corner, I expected to see the same homeless man who always camped there. But this time, he wasn't in his usual spot. A few steps later, I found him, sprawled across the sidewalk, his body twisted in a way that wasn't just drunken sleep. And here's the shameful part. I didn't stop. I remember thinking, freaking homeless guy, get a job. And then, I stepped over him. Like he was a puddle. Like he wasn't even human. I went to Popeyes, ordered my usual 2-piece spicy with red beans and rice, and sat there for 45 minutes, daydreaming about my weekend plans. But when I walked back, everything had changed. Paramedics were crouched over him, pumping his chest. I stood there, frozen, as they shook their heads and covered his face. He was dead, and I could have helped. That moment shattered me. How could I have been so cold? So blind? That man wasn't just some drunk. He was someone's son, maybe someone's father. And I treated him like garbage. I cried that day, not just for him, but for the person I'd become. Since then, I've made a promise, never again. Now, if a homeless person asks for food, I buy it. If they need change, I give what I can. But most importantly, I see them. I look them in the eye. I treat them like human beings. Because that man on the sidewalk, he deserved that much. And so do they. I'll never know if I could have saved him. But I do know this. His death saved me.